as it says. Yes.
If I've succeeded in seeing what seems to me the transgressions or the flaws the Creator present to me as my flaws.
Yours, not theirs?
No, not yet. But if I manage to see in the corruption of the friend, in his slandering me, if I succeeded to see in it my crimes and my corruptions.
Yeah, he said it about you. Yes.
Correct.
He said something true about you that you agree with?
No, if I could see why the Creator presented to me in what he is saying that which he claims. Does it mean that indeed I managed to understand and see, and if I agree I did an act of bestowal?
How do you know that the Creator did that to you in this way, with such an intention?
My perception of reality.
Where is that written?
I hear you saying it.
No, where do you know? How come you know? Start again. What did you say?
I said that if I heard from someone who was slandering me,
yes,
or that I've seen certain thing bad in a friend,
yes,
and I'm saying the Creator has presented that to me.
Yes, that's clear, yes.
So it's the matter of the Creator presenting that reality before me. So why is he presenting this reality to me? Where is the corruption in me? If all is in me, where is the corruption in me for seeing reality like that?
Where is the corruption in you? In the fact that you seeing reality this way.
And if I succeeded to cover it?
What do you mean to cover it? Yes, with what?
And say that reality is perfect as appeared to me.
Rather.
And that it is not corrupted as I thought. So then I did an act of bestowal?
No, you did an action of Hasidism, very primitive one. Thank God, everything is for the good, nothing is bad.
Why?
Because by that you're not correcting anything. You're not adding your work. You're not adding your love, you're not adding your attitude. You're like the still of sanctity, the sacred still. Your question is a good one. It's a very nice example. However, what changes?
Changing me my acceptance with the reality I've seen.
Yes, like the Hasidim, like the common people, they all say, thank God, everything is for the better.
So what does it mean to cover with love?
To add the love to that enemy, to that hater, the way he seems to me. Because what am I saying? That when I now hear or I discover these negative things are in order to cover them with my positive advancement.
But in the words of covering with love, there's not enough room for work.
I think that in the example you're giving there is no work. I just have to agree with it, that's it.
No, I'm trying to see where are the flaws in me as a result of reality that appeared to me.
You have no flaws. The fact that you are now seeing something bad is not because you had flaws, rather the Creator wants to now give them to you in order to promote you. It's not that you had them before. No, of course, they were there before, all of these things are done with, but it's not because you are evil that He's showing it to you, rather in order to advance you. And you're saying, no, I'm not advancing, I'm just saying it's good.
Thank you.
Think about it. Oh, what's happening here now?
Now, let's say I see reality of a creator, of a friend clothed in the Creator, and the Creator is a force working in the friend. And he was slandering me, but the moment I heard it, I've missed out on this connection. And about a half a day or a day later on, I got a group of myself and I thank the friend and thank the Creator. Is that a missed out action or it's a spiritual action?
It's not missed out or anything. Whatever happened is that the Creator gave you such a providence that you lost the connection, but nothing is missed out and you can keep going.
Thank you.
Who do we have there? Yes?
First of all, dear love, we want to thank you for this amazing lesson, because I don't remember such lesson, and also to the friends who are here. Thank you, everyone. With your permission, Rav, if possible, the last scrutiny that occurred, if a friend slandered me, to take it as the advantage of light within darkness and thank the Creator for having given me the opportunity.
Yes, that's how we need to relate to it. We read it now.
Thank you.
Or was it in the morning? Well, what are we going to read next? Please. Excerpt number 18 from the writings of Rabash, second volume, letter 40. Excerpt number 18. If you ask, what can one do if each one feels that he has a heart of stone towards his friend? The advice is very simple. The nature of fire is that when rubbing stones against each other, a fire starts. Through the wearing out of the hearts, even of the strongest ones, each will bring out warmth from the walls of his heart. And the warmth will ignite the sparks of love until a clothing of love will form. Then both of them will be covered under one blanket, meaning a single love will surround and envelope the two of them. As it is known that dvekut, adhesion, unites two into one. And when one begins to feel the love of his friend, joy and pleasure immediately begin to awaken in him. For the rule is that a novelty entertains. His friend's love for him is a new thing for him, because he always knew that he was the only one who cared for his own well-being. But the minute he discovers that his friend cares for him, it evokes within him immeasurable joy, and he can no longer care for himself, since man can toil only where he feels pleasure. And since he is beginning to feel pleasure in caring for his friend, he naturally cannot think of himself.
So we see here that both relationships that are negative and positive relations we receive from the friend is very much advancing us in line or in accordance with our response. If it's a negative response, then I must treat it positively. Love covers all transgressions, all crimes. If it's a positive attitude, then obviously I need to add on my part, and then we are discovering the connection. So much so that if it is a negative response, I can, with my attitude, my response, I can enter the friend and add to his desire. But by a positive response, we are reaching a state that a good attitude towards the friend neutralizes his ego. He stops caring for himself and immediately can start doing an action in order to bestow. Clear? No or yes? If it's clear, then fine. What is it?
He brings in this example, he says that there are two stones. My heart and the heart of the friend are like two tough rocks or stones, and by this rubbing I bring out the sparks. What is this spark, and why two stones? Why is it specifically two stones? Not something that connects or that can connect.
Because the hearts cannot connect, because each and every desire is engulfed with the desire in order to receive, in desire for intention for itself. Hence, it cannot be in bestowing upon others. And by these actions that we are doing with one another, it is called the rubbing of the hearts. By that, we get rid of the individual intention in order to receive. Thus, the heart get at least closer to work in order to bestow. They write in the article or in the next article there that if the friends are thinking of me and show me that they are thinking of me, they are causing a state whereby I stop thinking about myself. I didn't think about it, so it's written here. Until by that set clothing of love, and both are covered with one blanket, till love and surround two of them, as it is known, with adhesion, and when one begins to feel love of his friend, joy and pleasure immediately begin to awaken him, for the rule is novelty entertains his friend's love for him is a new thing for him, because he always knows that he can no longer care for himself. This is the point. He can no longer care for himself. Meaning the friend who shows concern for him neutralizes his desire and concern for himself. Check out what he writes. And the Rabash. Then it turns out that I have no problem. If I want to ascend above my ego and not to think about myself, what do I need? Only for you to care for me. Show me that you're caring for me. Don't even care. Just show me that you're caring.
No.
All right?
I had
such example with a 10. There was a state where the 10, with respect to me, presented kind of an attitude of concern, and on the one hand there was a rejection, but on the other hand also I felt from them such occupation, such concern that I couldn't ignore it.
Yes.
Could you say that this is actually the rubbing?
No, that's not the rubbing. It's not yet rubbing, because here it may be similar, but it's not really rubbing. Rubbing means that we really want to connect in our hearts. Here it was an action where they annulled, they cancelled your heart with its peel, which is, or its shell, which is in order to receive, so that you had nothing left. In the work of rubbing the hearts, we only take off in order to receive, but the desires themselves stay, and they start to take on intentions from one another in order to bestow reciprocally.
These are the sparks he's talking about?
No. Well, the sparks, yes, the sparks that come out of, as a result of the rubbing of the hearts. Yes. Okay. What? What happened? What, we're done? What do you mean, 2 o'clock? Whoa, we're done with the lesson? I thought it was going to be 3 p.m. No, I disagree. Do you agree to it? What do we have now? A meal again? They're telling Rav that the community is here, the women and the children, they all came. And they're threatening us now. Let's go. Food, guys. What are we going to sing?
גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, והעיקר לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לי 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 לי